What a wild week 10 of college football with big changes in the top 12 rankings and even across all of the top 25. Let's get into our top 12 review and top 12 preview for this last week 10 of college football. So here is our top 12 teams that we had on the docket and the games that they were playing. We had number 25, Louisville versus number 11, Clemson. And that turned into a Clemson defeat with 33-21, Louisville. Texas Tech versus number 11, Iowa State. And Iowa State also defeated just barely. That's a close one, 23-22. So it looks like the number being ranked tied for 11th was not a lucky combination for those two teams. Number 10, Texas A&M versus South Carolina. What happened here? Let's see. Oh, that is sad for Texas A&M to be defeated by from 44-20. South Carolina getting that win. Then we have number 9, BYU on a bye week. Number 8, Notre Dame was on a bye week. And number 6, Texas on a bye week as well. We'll get to them in a second, or we'll just go and blow past them. So easy weeks for them. Kentucky versus number 7, Tennessee. Let's see. Oh, we've got a top 12 winning with a 28-18 victory for Tennessee. Then Duke versus number 5, Miami. Oh, Miami did a very good job, 53-31. Okay, now here's the big head-to-head for the top 12. Number 4, Ohio State versus number 3, Penn State. And Ohio State comes up with the W, 20-13. Florida versus number 2, Georgia. And Georgia continues their dominance with a 34-20 win over Florida. And then Oregon versus Michigan. Did they continue? I'm sure you already know the answer. Yes, they did. 38-17, Oregon. This is how the top 25 ranking has changed over the last weekend. This is off of ESPN's website. So we have Oregon, Georgia, staying in there. It's number 1, number 2 spots. Ohio State moves up 1. Miami moves up 1. Texas moves up 1. Penn State drops down 3. Tennessee stays at 7. Indiana moves up 5. BYU stays at 9. Notre Dame drops down 2. Alabama up 3. Boise State up 3. SMU up 7. LSU up 2. Texas A&M Aggies with that defeat South Carolina down 5. They're ranked 15. Ole Miss up 3. Iowa State down 6. Army up 3. Clemson down 8. Ooh. Washington State up 2. Colorado moves up to 2 to rank 21. Kansas State down 5. Pittsburgh down 5. Vanderbilt and Louisville not ranked in that 24-25 area. The top 12 preview now. We've got Nevada versus number 12, Boise State. 11, Alabama versus 14, LSU. Florida State versus number 10, Notre Dame. 9, BYU versus Utah. Michigan versus 8, Indiana. Mississippi State versus number 7, Tennessee. Washington versus number 6, Penn State. Florida versus number 5, Texas. Number 4, Miami on a bye week. Purdue versus number 3, Ohio State. Number 2, Georgia versus number 16, Ole Miss. And Maryland versus number 1, Oregon. So this is the 6 games to see for this upcoming weekend. We have 21, Colorado versus Texas Tech. Is Colorado going to continue charging up the rankings when a place that they're really not supposed to be? Let's see how that turns out versus the Big 12 team of Texas Tech. And South Carolina versus number 24, Vanderbilt. I'm just really curious if Vanderbilt's going to collect themselves, so they're going to move back up the rankings, or is the big upsetter for Texas A&M, South Carolina, going to swing hard again against Ole Vandy? Number 11, Alabama versus 14, LSU. Was Alabama going to stay in the top 12? I know LSU wants to claim it. Number Florida versus number 5, Texas. Georgia came up with the win over Florida. Can Texas do the same? Well, I'm sure Steve Sarkisian would like to have something to say about that, so we'll see what he says on Saturday. Number 2, Georgia versus 16, Ole Miss. Can Georgia remain their dominance that they've been on a roll with, or can Ole Miss take them down? And then Florida State versus number 10, Notre Dame. Can Notre Dame stay in their top 10 spot, or will Florida State hit them hard and make them humble? So that's the 6 to see. comment. We cherish the thoughts of armchair quarterbacks here. Drop them in the chat. We want that debate rolling. Let us know what your favorite teams are. For us here on this channel, it's hook 'em horns all the way. And we're going to win a national championship someday. It'll be this year. Just wait and see. But that's our thoughts. And we're excited to see Sarkisian Ewers and Arch Manning and all the other cast this weekend. That's our thoughts. Drop them in the chat. Get those debates rolling. Is Georgia really that good? Is Oregon really that good? What's going to be the outcome of this year? And then subscribe. We'll be back next Monday. Once again with our top 12 review and preview. See y'all then.